bloody hell. Right, so that's me out. I've chucked out. Cheeky chuck, Alan, but it's down there on the dark. Tom's there. I don't want to be killing Tom. So I've chucked out. Only 40-50 yards. That's all it is. Lugworm and squid tipped. 2 up flapper. 6.9 metre tide in my book, but in this part of the river it'll probably be about 6.7. So it'll be around about there. Water sea state is like a mill pond. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's not cold again. I've been talking to Brad and Thomas from Bay 18. And they've come down to fish. They've wanted to get in Bay 18 for a while and they're now in it. So good luck to them. And we're probably about half an hour late getting out. I should have probably woke up half hour earlier, but I've had some rotten sleep this week. So tonight feels I've probably had the best night's sleep I've had all week. Well, I chucked out over there, Tom, and I'm now at...
Yeah, I'll do the same then.
There's more drag air than down at 23.
Alright.
Unless I've got out further. So yeah, chuck it over there in that gap of them lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter if you chucked out down there, to be honest, because it'll drag you round. To watch this tide fall. Yeah, so that needs an update. That Tom, if you can help us with it.
Yeah, do it in a minute if you want. Once we're there. Nice, down the plank already, first cast.
Toilet paper, I think. Is it toilet paper?
I hope so.
That's a plastic bag. Oh, and don't go round the line. What a beautiful whiting.
It's a decent size one, that.
I nearly got that in my finger. Right, so here we go. You got that, Tom, on there?
Yeah, yeah.
One whiting. It's a good size, and we'll get him back. He's still got a bit of worm in his mouth. Let's get him back. You got it, Tom?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you don't like going out there.
Brilliant.
Live another day. Oh, brilliant. That's got the blank of us. It was a fish on there, that bite. We thought it was the weight, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, I did, anyhow.
Well, mine were doing that as well, so hopefully I've got one.
Yeah, let's hope you have, Tom.
Fingers crossed, eh?
When that come up, I thought, oh, codling.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That's the first cast as well. I can't believe that. Never caught on the first cast, not for a long while. Right, just reel like crazy. Yeah, I'm on it. Just keep reeling. As soon as I see it break the surface, you can slow down and just keep it. Stop, just reel. There you go, don't let it drop down, keep it up, because then you'll fall that way and you've got a fish. Keep reeling, don't stop. There you go, mate. First chuck, the pair of them. And I've got squeaky boots. That's it, bend it right down and up. That's it. Push it up, that's it.
There we go.
There you go.
Only a small one, but that'll do, won't it?
Give it a good throw, mate. Brilliant. It's got two choices. Well, how do you feel, Tom? That's the first cast.
That's for both of us as well.
Yeah, both caught on the first cast. You just couldn't write it, could you? You couldn't write it. But yeah, you happy?
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. Eh?
Well, it can only go upwards now. So first cast out, both of us are caught a whiting. Mine was monstrous though, wasn't it, Tom?
Oh, massive.
Yeah, massive. But now we're both caught fish. That's no blank for this session. That's got it out of the way. And it's just going to be coddling all the way now. Going to take some of the gear up now. Going to start opening up the van. Bait up the other rod. Get it chucked out. And then we'll move these rods up in a bit. A nice cast that, Tom. That was alright that, mate. You're like a machine. Well, you ain't. I'll tell you what you're like. You're like a fucking sponge. You've just soaked it all up and just keep it there. I think I'm getting there with mine, but everyone's different, isn't they?
Oh, that's it. Like I said before, you've had so many years of just doing it how you want to.
Oh, I'm winding up from my calves, through my thighs into my body, and unwinding before I do my cast now. And I feel as though it's helping. Right, that's up there. Get these rods baited up now. Oh, it's always nice to come up there. Right, so I'm now going to get these rods baited up. As a matter of fact, I'll leave you on it, shall I? Right, we're up there fishing now. Been down the bottom. We both had a fish on the first cast. We've got third cast out on the second rod, and the second cast is still out on the first rod, if that makes sense. We're up in the bay now. Got all the lights. Got the van air. I'm going to switch this camera off in a minute and stick the radio on. And yeah, let's just wait for this coddling. Bit more drag on up here in bay 27. 23 I wasn't being moved around at all. Tom's not being moved around, but mine's moving, so it's just have a go at the Norfolk lad, I reckon, from the Humber. But I'm not moaning about the Humber when I say it's just having a go at the Norfolk lad. It's just a bit of jest for all those out there, because I love the Humber. And here we have the young Tom reeling in at bay 27 at the Humber. Will he have a coddling, or will he have a whiting? What you got, Tom?
You know, guess what?
What? Ah, no bait on the hooks, mate.
It's only nothing.
Well, second cast, we'll have to go for the third one. Well, Tom ain't got nothing on that, but we're still hard at it. The lads are still fishing in 28. Obviously it's too dark, I can't see if they catch anything. We've got people fishing down in bay 26. Yeah, I think it's someone in 26. Someone in 25 as well. I might lower these rods because I'm getting neck ache looking at them.
Are these your ones you're using?
No, they're just there for the pair of us. You can make some baits up and all, Tom. You want to be practicing, don't you? If you go with your mates at some point, you want to be able to.
That's it, yeah. Do I still need to put some bait elastic around the hook then?
You might need a little bit, yeah. You can either use that bait elastic, or there's some in this tray here.
I'll use the stuff that's in there, because then it'll be a little bit easier.
Just keep it in your pocket. Right, so I'm looking forward to when it gets daylight, because I've been fishing most of the, well, I've been fishing nearly all of it in the dark, to be honest. The time now is 20 past 5. I can't believe it's 20 past 5.
Is it?
20 past 5. Jeez.
That's gone quick.
It's gone quick. You got here at 3, didn't you?
Yeah.
Jeez, where's that gone? But we're not blanking, are we? Might be just a couple of whiting, but we aren't bothered. Because we're not snobby. No, we're quite happy with whiting. Can't beat whiting, can you? A good fish is a whiting to catch. But you never know, we might actually get an oddling, mightn't we? Because you can't beat catching an oddling. You know what an oddling is? Tom, don't you?
What's that?
That's a codlin. But if you want to abbreviate a fish, you would call it an oddling, wouldn't you?
Well, that's it.
But you know, I don't think. Why would you call something an oddling? I mean, I don't know what else you could call a whiting, but really, it's called a whiting, isn't it? So that's what we're after. Hopefully, I do know that last night a rockland was caught, or it could be an ockland, couldn't it? But we'll call it a rockland, like we'll call it a codlin and a whiting. But they were all caught last night by the chap next to me in Bay 23. His name was Sam. He was he's got his own fishing boat, and he caught 17 whiting and a rockland last night. And I pulled in 4 whiting and a flounder. He couldn't believe why I ain't caught more until he said my bait was rubbish. But I thought my bait was alright. I bought the bait frozen, put it in the freezer frozen, and I take it out frozen, so there's not a lot more you can do, is there? But he's a proper fisherman, he's got his own boat, so look, not joking, it's daylight in an hour.
What the hell?
Where's that gone, Tom? It's like 2 hours 20 minutes of enjoyment is gone. I know you got out at 3, but then we had got set up. But I got out of the van. I was out of the van by 2:45, and I got all the 4 rods out and the reels. I don't think I've got your reels on, but I was then about to do it when you turned up. And
I mean, we only spent what, maybe 10 minutes
just
messing
got
around with the
ready.
van, so we just.
Yeah, and then we got the stuff ready and got down, and yeah, I should have got up at probably 2 o'clock and got everything ready and got the stuff over and chucked down. So you turned up and it was done, but cast went well, mate.
Too bad, I don't think.
Right, we're gonna get this lit. We're gonna have a try with this light. Hopefully it won't blow the glass. I do have trouble occasionally. So we're gonna get this lit. We'll pump some pressure in. Glasses on. Right now then, what you do is you get some of this pink stuff in. Oh yeah, but what a I'm sorry, Tom. What a donkey nuts. Sake. Meths all over. Where's the bloody hole? Right, get that in there. What a bloody pillock. Well, there's one thing with it.
Did you want a rag or something?
No, it'll just
Right.
it just disintegrates. What a pillock. Well, that'll be one for the outtakes, won't it? What a donkey. Right, that'll just disappear, believe you me. Right, so we get the lighter. Once you've done that, How am I going to light that? That's lit it. Right, so what we do is we light this here. So that's now heating. We've got a burner on here, and what I've done is inside there's a little dish, and I've put some methylated spirits, which you saw me pour everywhere. Sorry for swearing, and Tom's got a bit of editing to do, yeah. So yeah, sorry about the light as well. So what we've done is we've put the meths in the bottom, we've got the burner on, we've got to keep an eye on the pressure. And when that's warm, what we do is then we start it. And that's how you light an anchor. There's no other way of lighting an anchor in my view. Put the meths in, you can still see the meths is burning in the bottom because I put quite a bit in. But yeah, that burner heats the atomizer, or whatever you want to call it, and then once that's lit you just take it up to the 2-bar pressure. It is a paraffin lamp, you only put paraffin in this.
That's really bright, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't see the bloody... I just hope it isn't too hot and it melts me door. So that's that lit. We'll take that back here. We've got flames coming out the top.
Nice.
Certainly heat your pasties up on that. Now the problem you get,
that's brighter than all your torches.
yeah I know. Yeah, but you can't carry it on the beach, it's too heavy.
Yeah.
Now the problem with these is, you've got to be careful, is the mantles, if you get a small hole in the mantle, the flame shoots through the mantle and it creates a hot spot on the glass, and if you get that, within seconds your glass will smash. If it don't crack in seconds, when you turn it off and it cools down, it'll just fracture. I've gone through about bloody 6 of these lenses until I found that out, and now I've finally found a good mantle, which is a quality mantle, and I'm not having any problems anymore by the looks of it. But yeah, this is the anchor lamp. It's Chinese, it's a copy of the German variety, I can't remember the bloody name, starts with H or something. But yeah, I always wanted one of these as a kid. Nice noise, bright light, keeps your hands warm. And look what Tom looks like by candlelight. Doesn't he look better?
He's upside down, but I've got to get him back.
Go on, just chuck it in there, right? If I did that, I'd look like a bloody sea lion.
Oh.
What?
That was me.
No, that weren't. Couldn't have been, couldn't it?
I know. Yeah, that I was picking right.
Ah, well, fuck it. I'm being sabotaged now. He's knocking me rod and I'm thinking it's a bite, but I thought it was a bite. Getting tired as well. Not tired, you know, but I'm like thinking, where's Tom?
You're not saying, oh yeah, because of the glare.
Where's Tom? And then all I can see is some boots. I think, oh, there he is. Right, well, this has rattled, but you said it was you, but we'll now see.
You're the only one that rattled.
Yeah, it was a good rattle. That's what, and I didn't do it because you, being the professional, said, ah, it was me. Something on it. That's weird. There's something on there. Yeah, cool. Good weed. Yeah, I've got weed on it. Looks like I've got another line on it. I've got to bring it in now. Snag it. It's alright, son. It'll be alright. If you get it loose like that, you need to hold your line to make sure you. Otherwise, you're reeling it in under no tension. Is that my line there? What's that called, man? Is that the hook? So it was just the hook that caught my line. Oh, is that? So that was the bite then?
Probably. Oh, you've got it.
So I did have a fish. Oh, I've got it, Tom. Good jump. So we did have a fish. Right, one whiting. We'll get him back. He's gone. Brilliant. Hey! Well, snagged myself, but I've got another fish. So I did see a bite, but it was on the different rod. Who'd put a video up on YouTube showing two fishermen not organised, eh? I mean, this is the real life, isn't it? I bring one line in because I'm hooked up on my own line, which is a good thing, but there's a fish on the other rod, which I thought the boat was on the the rod that wasn't on with the fit. Anyhow, that's that. You understand that. But here we are. We're not ready, and now I'm talking to you, filming YouTube, when I should be baiting up and chucking out. I'd never make a match fisherman. These worms are alright, aren't they? What? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bad. I'd say they were green.
Even the ones I got were okay. So fits into that. Got loads of weed on there, but I'm gonna chuck it because I've got big eyes on. I need to get out, I ain't got a rod out. Where is, oh, I got you. And the other rod, that would have snapped off then. Yeah. Should have took the weed off, but I'll take it off and I'll bring it back in. Right, so I'm back out fishing. I've got a coffee going cold, and we'll get the other rod out. I've been given for the doctor, ever so nice of her. I did have to pay like nearly 10 quid for the prescription though. Some cocodamol tablets. She said to me, do you want strong ones or mediocre ones? Middle of the range. So I said, I'll have middle of the range, we'll try them first. Hopefully it'll relieve my hip, because my hip starts playing up half a bit through the fishing session. So I've got a better painkiller now. Where am I, Tom?
Yeah, where I am. Or where I'm going
Oh no, we're parallel, mate. I'm only out short, isn't it? Yeah. Why don't you chuck out this side of me?
Yeah?
Yeah, and just chuck out there. You stand where you are there and just chuck it out that way,
yeah,
and swing round and put it on your rod rest. As long as when we reel it in we go under or over, we'll be alright, won't we? Yeah? So there's my line, look.
Yeah, so I just do straight out where
Just stand there, mate. If you stand there,
yeah,
and just chuck over there, you're past mine, then you just chuck it out a bit of distance. Because I'm out short. Just do your Highland cheeky chuck. Is yours going?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so was this one here then.
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
Which one?
This one.
That's a bite, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we need more light on the job, Tom. We need more light. Captain,
You getting in?
is it still going?
It was, yeah.
Now I've got to make sure it goes past 7. Wait, is that mine?
Yeah.
I've got a bite, I've got a bite.
Big bite.
Yeah, but I had to change the battery, you see, guys. This is what it's like with film, and you've got to change your batteries.
Carefully your line, that's it.
Right, I'm not in it now, man.
Nope, you're alright.
There might be something on it. I don't think it's a codlin now. Yeah,
Oh, splashing about.
a good fish, isn't it?
What we got? Thrashing itself.
We got a good whiting. Watch out, Tom, don't you? Nicely lip hooked. We'll put him in there to have a breather.
Yep.
But he's up the right way. So that's a good thing, isn't it?
Can we see him in there?
See him in there?
Just, yeah.
So you hold the camera, so I might as well do it now and get him back. Hang on, do that. Right, are you on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, he's a wriggler.
Oh god.
So we've got a whiting. He got it?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's another one. We're not blanking, we're catching good fish. Yep. There he is, look. Swimming about, look. Can you see him?
Yeah, yeah.
He's up the right
swimming.
way. He's up the right way. He's gone.
He's gone, yeah.
Sometimes, put here, sometimes when you chuck that fish in, that hitting the water puts oxygen in it. They let fish out in rivers when they're populating rivers or lakes, and they shoot out of a tank and they're just splashing in 10 to the dozen, and apparently it's good for them. So giving a fish a good chuck, as long as he'd recovered in the bucket which he had, and he's gone away. And he come in, didn't he, Tom, and then swam off.
Yep.
So brilliant, another fish done.
How many is that now? 3?
I can't remember, I forgot, Tom. I've caught so many fish, I just can't, I've forgotten how many I've caught. It's unbelievable. Is it 3 whiting?
I'm sure it's 3, yeah.
You've had 2?
Yeah, well we had one on the first cast.
Yeah.
You had another one before me, and
Yeah,
that one.
was a good, yeah. And you've had another one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've had...
We've just got the cod to come now, haven't we?
That's it.
Good thing is we didn't get tangled up. So what's your bite? Because yours knocked.
Did it?
Well, it did when we were stood there,
I
didn't
suppose, yeah. I guess I'll get mine in, I suppose. What do you reckon?
it? Well, entirely up to you, Tom. You can tighten up on it and check it for 2 minutes and then reel in, or nothing. You got out? What? No. It's unlike you leaving them out long, Tom. That's normally me. That one's now the fish cloth. Get a fish and slippery, use that wet cloth.
Alright.
Right, we've got sitting bait, worms, rat bait. Aren't we doing well? Shut that door. That's what I say. So we're catching fish like a good one, and it's all going well. You notice when the old sun comes up, it's coming. You can see the glow on the horizon. Not fair, you've had more than me.
Yeah, the same amount, isn't it? Okay.
Is it going?
It was doing. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Should let you do it really, but it's just that it was quite deep hooked.
Yeah.
But you saw what I did there. It's good though anyhow, because you're looking up, because I never used to know how to use these, but basically all you do, you put that through there. It's like, you've got to try and get this bait out of the way first so you can see, but if not, you've just got to go in and you put the line through like that.
Yeah.
And then you turn it, and then you go down to the hook, and then you, with this line, you then pull that line down and it turns the hook. So you've got to get outside the mouth, which I was struggling with, and then just with the doing that, the weight of the fish will come off the barb, and that's what that's for, and that's it. But we'll just have to see, because it's leaving the net a bit. If he didn't certainly want to give it a go, wouldn't he? But it's all go where that light's going out. Look. Oh dear, weren't me. That was that horn. Just took me ages to get that thing, but that anchor won't work properly yet, and it's now done it because finally found a good mantle.
Yeah.
The cheap ones, the cheap ones that you get from Tilly, well they aren't cheap, but the ones you get from Tilly, they aren't good enough for the anchor.
Why not?
No, you need, that's a close scores one.
Well, that's the one I've just caught. Don't think there's any life left in it, unfortunately.
Deep hooked one, it mate.
Yeah.
That's one for the fish cake. Fish cake draw that.
First fish I lost, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, but it won't go to waste.
No.
Well done, mate.
Yeah. There you go.
They buy these small fish for 8 stone boxes.
Yeah.
And 25 quid they pay us all. So he said if you catch 200 boxes, so you can imagine how many it is, it pays for their fishing trip. But all they do is they take them fish, grind them up and use it for fertiliser.
Really?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, and they do this all the time in Scotland, but that's one of the reasons why we go fishing and there's not a lot about sometimes, because all these juvenile fish are getting took to market to be ground up, and on top of that they do that with mackerel as well. They probably catch a couple of million tons of mackerel every year. There's like 8 million mackerel each year,
yeah,
they say, and they take millions of them.
Such a waste. Could be ours. Yeah, you've got a good one on that.
Right, so we've got a bite on this rod. We're going to see what it is. It's going to be a codlin. Now it ain't a codlin. That ain't that fish, is it? Is that a fish? No, no, got it.
Fell off.
What?
It's just fell off the last second.
Fell off?
Yeah.
What was it?
I think it was a line. It just fell off then.
Well, it fell off. Fish fell off. Tom saw it fall off, but you know what that means. You've only got her arse shine. If you don't touch it, you ain't caught it. And I'm big enough to accept that, aren't I, Tom?
Yes.
I'm not going to go on about it, saying, well, I did catch it or whatever, but I didn't catch it, so it was probably a whiting. I mean, just lately I catch so many fish, losing one don't really matter. I mean, you go back a few weeks and I had 6 blanks on the trot, I'd have been crying now. Right, it's a 2-hook flat where I'm going to get some worm on it, squid, and we're going to get chucked out again. Bloody hell, you're coming along the concrete, Tom. No. Is that the one you just chucked that? It is, isn't it? Yeah. You need to get that out. Chuck it out here, Tom. We'll move all along.
Yeah.
Right, we'll be back in a bit. But sun's coming up, look, over Spurn Point and Kilnsey. We've got a boat coming in. You won't see any of that, but I'm lucky enough to see it. And the anchor lamp is still going. Tom stood next to it getting warm. It's not too cold, is it?
No, it's alright actually.
But yeah, keep having the Perkle coffee. And yeah, sausages in a bit. Oh, my torch has gone out as well. Right, we're going. There you go, Tom's caught another.
Another one?
Yeah, another white.
Get him back though, because...
Look at this, young man jumps over the wall. I used to be able to do that when I was 18. And then I'd jump back up the wall and make a good woman of my wife. That's what I would do when I was 18, but not anymore. Not anymore. Are you coming back? Is it alright?
Yeah, yeah. Straight away. No problem.
Now, if you go back to one of my videos, you might see me rolling over the wall like a fat walrus, because that's what an old man does with a bad hip. So yeah, hope everyone likes the old anchor lamp. I know it's nothing special, but it's quite nice having it, really. You can warm your hands up, and it's been good. So I'm now going to reel this rod in because I have got a bite on it. Just you watch this line and see if you see it snag up. Got two. Got a flatty. What a whiting that is. Got a double bagger. What's that on? Gotta get this back, mate. Gotta get out. Yeah, yeah. Dab in there, get the whiting in there, we might bleed, and the whiting's bleeding, darling. Right, we've got a whiten. I caught a double hook up. I've got a whiten that is still trying. It's had some blood come out of it. I've got the hook out. The dab was a little bit of a bugger to get the hook out, so I've still got a hook, but I've freed it off and we'll return that now. This whiten I'm going to leave in the bucket to see what happened, and if it don't do well, it'll end up in the fish cake bag. So does anybody that knows how to make fish cakes? That's what I want to know. So I'll show you the dab and we'll get it back. One dab. So we'll get that back now. It's alive, isn't it? It's very still. I had to put it in the water to check its gills were moving, so I'm now going to put it back. It's quite handy having a young lad with you because he can jump over that wall in 2 minutes. Gone away. So anyhow, tide's going out now, so yeah, tide's going out. I've had to chop that rig, so I shall retie that when I get home. Well, bin that, take the bits off I can and do new rigs. Been talking to a mate of mine who's just come down, Dave. Thank you very much for coming down, mate. It's been nice to meet you, to put a face to the name. And yeah, I shall start tying some rigs with shorter snoods. To put a larger bait on for cod. This is what I'm going to do. I did mean to tell you that I've got a flask, look, which is full of carp and squid. Now that was lying in the depths of the van and I forgot about it, and I've got squid bodies in there stuffed with carp and we ain't used them, so what's that all about? But I have got some carp wing with squid. We're going to be putting that on now with worm, put some bigger baits on, and that's what we're going down to one rod shortly. We will be going back over the side, you will see us over the side, and we will be catching more fish, and they will be coddling because that's what we're here for. Innit, Tom?
Oh yes.
God, who says that? Oh yes. Who says that on telly?
I don't know.
Jeez, that'll come to me.
It's Churchill.
Who?
Churchill.
Ah, that's right.
The dog. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
gonna get mine in.
You're getting yours in? Right, well let's get this filmed. I thought we'd seen the sun, but the cloud cover's just...
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm doing? I'm making baits, because you know Graham, who fishes with us, he has nice little tiny compact small baits, and that's what I've been doing. Now a small bait, if there's a fish there it's going to get it, but perhaps you need a bigger bait for more smell, I don't know. Back in action. We're back in action. Are you reeling yours in? If it snags up, Tom, I'll let you jump over. I'll hold it. You know me, dear. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. So yours is whipping round, Tom. Told you not to cast out 200 yards, didn't I?
Yours doesn't be fair, though.
Just because you can cast 200 yards, mate, you don't have to keep doing it.
I mean, yours doesn't actually be fair. Yours should be down.
Mine have moved a bunch, has it? Yours. But yours alright if it stays there, because it's only over there. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. What's over there, isn't it?
weed.
Bait's still the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a bit of plastic, is it? It's not a Johnny, is it?
No plastic.
Do you know what? I found a condom, a Johnny, used with a knot in it outside the school where I parked my van. So they'd had a back scuttle, yeah, round the corner of the school. Can't believe it, can you? Well, you can. She must have been good looking for him to want to do that. But there's houses opposite. They must have been outside going like, I'd have had it on YouTube. Yeah, probably shouldn't have said that, but we didn't know what we're talking about, but I did. Sort of stuff you find outside of school, drug packets, all sorts. Absolute crying shame.
Could have had it on a short.
Yeah. My boots, don't listen to my boots. These boots are brilliant. Feet are warm, but they do squeak. Had a bit of weed round me knot and reeled it on the reel, so you have to pull it off. Well, that much you do. If it was any less, I would have just cast it out, to be honest. You baiting up?
Yeah.
I'll use that rig there then, Tom. Zoe.
No.
It's gone well. It's gone
We've not been short on fish, have we?
No. Well, not the fish that we want, but we've caught fish, and that's the main thing. When you've had so many blanks. Right, let's give it a go, shall we, Tom? Probably a total bad mistake, this. But I shall try. good wave, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right.
It's got to go zooming down like yours, though, isn't it? You know, your last one. Got it. Cheers. This one already, look. It don't matter, that'll hold there for a while, won't it? Well, that went well. Nothing spectacular, but I've been doing cheeky chucks all night. It was dark. I wanted to fish. I didn't want anything to go wrong. I've had Tom round me this morning, but that's no excuse for last night. I could have done some last night, but yeah, first one today. It went okay. Didn't feel what I need to feel. I did chuck the lead out. I'm a lot better now at putting the lead out behind me. And I try and wind up through the body so that I start with my body and then do that. But I aren't doing that. I know I'm not doing the punch pull, but I will do. It'll come. Tom's now going to do what I should have done. Bit of coddling on that, mate.
You reckon?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm gagging for a sausage. Yeah, I don't mean that.
That'll make the outro a bit.
Because what I've figured is if that's the water and you're like this, so your toe and heel are like that. What I tend to do, I fling that rod out there now, and what I do is I sort of like go like this. So I'm going from the legs and they're taut there now, and then I twist the hair to here, and then I have this arm straight as though you're throwing a javelin, because as you throw a javelin it goes to there, which is the place where you want it for your punch, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm there like that. But this arm, if I have this arm straight, I struggle and I tend to go past the point. And then when I'm past the point, if I haven't twisted this part of my body, my legs are left behind. So like I'm like this, I twist the top bit. Once this is done, my legs are stuck there. I can't get this, do this gay flip.
No,
Yeah.
I can't. That's why I just keep mine like that.
Yeah. I can't get it. But what I realised was, if you load up from the bottom, so you go like this,
Yeah.
and then this, when you unwind, your legs can go, because my legs are still twisted, and you start with your legs, so you start at the bottom, and you unload, and look, I get the gay flip. So, I'm like this, and I do this, so I have this arm there, but I was struggling with this arm. I was going like this, and I couldn't get this in.
No.
And that's all it is that. But when I do this now, if I unload with my legs, so I start it with my legs like this, and when I come here, I get this in. It's too far there, I put my foot in the wrong place, so that cast would have been wrong. And then I'm pulling down more and doing this with the but I can't get this bit right. I'm still, even though I'm better with this arm, I'm coming down, but I'm still going like this. And I just think going, and I don't know what it is. Because I know what to do. I know the rigmarole for doing it, but doing it, it's
different, yeah.
and with the butt of the rod, I'm there doing it and doing all this, and everything's fine. I put the other section of the rod on, and I'm at the front of my house, and I'm doing all this, and the rod feels so much heavier and different, and I'm like, Jesus, it feels better when you got a weight on it. Just, it does feel totally different casting. That felt different to when I'm outside with just the rod. It feels like you're just dragging a dead weight, but it's the amount of practice and the amount of I'm putting into it. I'm getting there. And certainly all our casts, even if our cars aren't right and we put that lid down and chuck it, they're going further than we've ever
a lot
cast.
further, yeah.
But they'll come, you know, and you got to do it regular, ain't you? Otherwise it's...
Yeah.
Every time I take a trip to the beach, I think to myself, I'm going to hit it today, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then you're there doing it and you're thinking... And like 8 casts later and you're like getting dejected, and then suddenly you'll do one and you'll think, oh...
Yeah. Getting somewhere
And
there.
then 4 more, you're knackered. You have to pack up and go home. The wife's like this. But it'll come.
Yeah.
You don't learn to cast. But it's understanding it and knowing what it should look like and feel like. When you start feeling it, you know you're doing it, aren't you? It's gone quiet.
Do you want me to keep an eye on these?
What a nice set of sausages. Right, it's breakfast time this one. I've got the pan, got the garlic oil in it. And we've got these sausages. I love these Brockwurst sausages and they are healthier than you think. And we're going to get these in here, like that, because we're going to eat all of them, like that, and like that. And that go over there, that can go on there. Right, lighter. Get this lit. Oh, yee. Should we give Tom a can of Pepsi? So, yeah. Now I've had to change my diet. I can't eat rubbish. So that's why I'm eating good food here. Because this is good food. When these split open, oh, look at that. Can you? Now the doctor said I could eat olive oil, and that's what I've got. Bit of garlic in it. We're going to have them. I'm going to cut them in half, stick them in these brown rolls, because I've got to eat brown bread from now on. And yeah, can't wait. I've been here all night since, well, I've been here since 12 o'clock yesterday, and all I've had to eat is, I'll get there in a minute. All I've had to eat is spaghetti bolognese in a tin. It weren't even the gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous spaghetti bolognese my wife makes. Oh, have I told you how great my wife's spaghetti bolognese is? Oh, unbelievable. Right, where am I going to put? I'll put that on there. That's the scoose fingers, Tom. You don't know what you're going to eat in a minute. You don't know what it's happened to it, but you're going to know when you're editing it. And this knife, Tom, I know I've just got a free fish with it, but I have cleaned it. I lick my fingers and just run it across the blade, so that's perfectly clean, that knife, Tom. Don't you just love a bockwurst when they just split open and you can see all the meat inside and they just all sort of grow and split open? That's great. Oh, the smell. Oh. Well, everyone, for all those that like the rants, and the moons for some reason, but all those that like the rants, I've been quite happy for the last 24 hours. And yeah, I've had nothing to rant about. Well, I have got something to rant about, but I'm being big about it. But there you go. I could rant about it, and I would say I probably will have a rant about it at some point when I'm feeling a bit hacked off. Can't swear because it's more work for Tom. More work for Tom. We could want that. So yeah, so one day I will have a rant about this specific thing, but as of yet, no, because I'm the big, you know. Today's been a fantastic fishing day. Yesterday's been a good day. Today's been a good day. Caught fish both times. Since I've been to the river, I've been catching all the time. Not like some people that have been pulling out 17 and 18 fish either side of me. But at least I've been catching, that's the main thing. Coddling, well, we ain't had one yet, but there is time. There's plenty of time in the year, and hopefully it'll happen. So, but for now, let's get these sausages done and get them in our bellies. Oh, no, I don't want to burn them. Oh, shit. I'll let that burnt one. Oh, sun's out, look at that. Just to prove the sun's out. Look at that. Isn't that great? And there we have it. Got more sausages and rolls. Oh, I'm not going to film myself eating, but I tell you, I love them sausages. Don't look cooked, but I'm sure they are. But as usual, I've burnt them. Bloody growing that. Nothing on it. Yeah. We didn't see that bite, did we? Cooking them sausages, matey.
What's that?
That's a rockland, mate. Tom's caught a rockland. What do you reckon to that, mate?
That's alright, isn't it?
I'm holding it for you. They're ever so slimy.
Yeah.
Let me get the cloth. I'll hold it so it don't bash against the weight. There you go, look, Tom's caught a rockland.
Never seen one of them before.
Do you want me to do it, or are you alright? Got it?
Yeah.
The hook's just there, look, it's the point's there, so you just need to bend it. Very slimy. Got it?
Yep.
Bend it down and push it up. You got it?
It's hooked really weirdly.
You want me to do it? Right. What do you reckon to that then, Tom?
That's quite a nice fish, isn't it?
Yeah? Little rockland.
Only a small one.
Right, mate. Another one to species in it to end up with. You grab this camera, Tom.
Yeah.
Bloody weed on it. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, big long line of weed.
Please don't lock up. Oh, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Right, that ain't gone. Nothing on mine, mate.
You've caught a plastic bag or something.
Have I got something on there?
Plastic bag or something, yeah. Not quite what you want.
No, not at all. But you caught a different species, mate, ain't you?
I know. That's different.
I quite like catching rocklands. People moan about them, like, but this is all like May rock.
It's like felt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible. But all that went through the eye. Hopefully my weight's there. I'll be able to hook, as long as it ain't gone in, I'll have to climb down otherwise. Never leave a man behind. That includes a weight. Unless you have to. Yeah, we've got some sort of 1970s shopping bag there.
That's alright.
Right. Ooh. I'll give you that, Tom. You put that boat on your thing for us. So that's it. Nothing on my rod. Tom's just caught a rockland, which is good for Tom. Another species, something that he hasn't caught before, but it was hooked. It's hooked like twice through its mouth, but unhooked it and it went back okay. So yeah, this is fishing at the River Humber, Saturday the 20th, I believe, and it's over. The day's come to an end. We started fishing at 3 o'clock and now it's well, I'll tell you what time it is, because that's the sort of guy I am. It's 9:46 and don't know where the time has gone. Just don't know where the last 6 3/4 hours has gone. It's just totally gone. So what we're gonna do, just got thrown then because Tom started talking, but and I was listening. So yeah, this is the end of today. You've seen what fish we caught. We caught whiting, dab. I caught a flounder yesterday, and Tom's just caught a rockland. No codling, I'm afraid, but then I don't know of any codling that's come out of there last night or yesterday anyhow. So yeah, it's been great being here. It's been beautiful weather, lovely flat calms water as you can see behind me, but the tide is going out. Some chaps who I've seen before have asked to go in the bay, and they're in the bay ready, so they've got the bay to fish and hopefully have a good time fishing and hopefully catch some codling. So yeah, so next time we're going to do that bit again. So next time you see me will probably be Wednesday on the river, and we'll be taking that tide and fishing it hopefully for some more codling. So we'll see you then. Don't forget to subscribe, ring a bell, give us a thumbs up and a chip chat on the old comments. So I'll see you later, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gagging for a sausage. Yeah, I don't mean that.
That'll make the outro bit.